Hello, I'm going to show you this time how to clean the machine, to clean the rails, the lead screw, and how to put grease again on both. Some users have problems with this, not to cleaning the right way, and so the machine could bind because of the particles that left inside the rails or the thread of the lead screw. Okay, what do you need? You need some paper towels. I use kitchen towels and I cut them in 4 pieces, so I have several of these little pieces. You're gonna need WD-40. In case you don't have WD-40, you can use isopropylic alcohol, but I prefer WD-40. You're gonna need the grease supplied by Stepcraft. It's the Microloops GL261. If you don't have this, I recommend you to get one. Some users have said that they use some lithium grease instead for cold temperatures. In my case, I live in Mexico City, so I don't have too much cold here. And I used one time the lithium grease, the white lithium grease, and personally, I didn't like it, because the grease gets sticky all around the machine and it binds the machine more. So I use the original grease provided by Stepcraft, and it works perfect here on my machine. Okay, so first, how do you clean the rails and the lead screws? Well, you take a little piece of paper, you fold it, and you put some WD-40, not on the rails, not on the lead screw, but on the paper. If you put this thing here, you're gonna make a mess, and if the WD-40 gets in touch with the legs on the machine, they will fall out. Okay, so I put this thing inside and I press so I don't make a mess. And I have a little WD-40 here. So what I'm gonna do is, let me close the camera a little bit. First, I'm gonna clean the rails. So what I'm gonna do here is, with WD-40 here, I just pass it through here. And you can see all the grease stays here. Of course, if you pass this again, you're gonna put more grease on top. So you fold this to the other side, so the grease is staying inside here, and clean the upper part, and you get all the grease here. Now, if you see, right now, the rails are very, very, very clean, just with one pass. All the dirt, it's gone. Okay, now, how to clean the lead screw and the rails? You can use a different one than this one, or you can fold it again, so you can have the grease inside the paper. And to clean the lead screw, to get rid of all the dirt inside, you need to turn on the machine and get it on the CNC, and move the jog feed about 20 or 30%. And the trick here is that I have to put the paper towel here in front of the gantry, and I'm gonna put my nail inside the thread here. So if I put my nail inside the thread, when I move the machine to this side, all the dirt and all the grease is gonna get inside the paper, because I'm cleaning the thread with the paper and my nail. So if you see, the lead screw on the other side, it's getting super clean. Now all the dirt, it's getting inside my nail and the paper. So you have to do this one pass to one side and then to the other. You can go a little faster, but you have to be careful with your fingers not to squash them. So you're gonna see that all the dirt, it's here. Okay, let me finish cleaning this. So you can see what's next. Let me take out these things, and let me keep cleaning this. Now maybe you notice that when you're moving to the opposite direction, on the rails, they get dirty again, because some of the dirt, it's inside the rollers. So what you have to do, it's when this is very dirty, take it away and grab a new one, new piece of paper, fold it, oops, put some WD-40 and clean the rails again. So maybe 2 passes here and everything is gone. You can also clean the rollers if you want, but this, it's not necessary because all the grease is going to stay on the rails again. If you clean the rails, it's going to get rid of the dirt on the roller. So I'm on the other edge of the machine now. I put the paper on the opposite side and start moving the machine to the opposite side, again with my fingernail inside the thread. Whoops, I have to take out this. And again, all the dirt is gonna get into my paper. All the way. Have to be careful on the end. Look, all the dirt from the thread. Now you see on the second pass here on the rails, the rollers don't throw too much dirt here because this is the second pass. So I make another pass here. I can also put the paper on the back of the lead screw so I can clean the rail on the back. Sometimes gets very dirty. And that's it. That's how you clean the machine. 2 single passes and that's it. It gets perfectly clean. Let me make a close-up here so you can see that now the rail and the lead screw, it's very clean. How often do you have to make this? Every time you see the grease is getting dark, it's time to clean the machine. I don't wait too much time to clean the machine after it's getting dark to avoid problems. And it doesn't take you more than 10-15 minutes to do this. So you have to clean it like this on the both sides of the x-axis, and also you need to do this on the x and c axis. Do the same. Okay, now how do you put the grease? the first thing that you need to do before you put the grease is to move the machine on all the axes to the center. So in this case, I'm gonna put the grease on the X. So I'm gonna move the machine to the center. Here. Now I'm gonna use a brush like this one. This is a fine brush, and I'm gonna use the grease here. And why on the middle? If you put the gantry in the middle, if you put the grease here and grease here, when you move the machine, it will the grease is gonna be on both sides of the brass nut. So you're not gonna put all the grease on a single side. And how much do you grease you put? Like this. Very small amount, not too much. First, I'm gonna start with the lead screw. Now, if you see, it's not too much grease, just enough to put it all along. You don't have to put it with your finger, because if you use it with your finger, you're gonna make a mess here with all the grease. You don't need too much grease, just enough to cover all the lead screw. And then the same, you use a little bit of grease and you put it here on top of the rail. Now here, now on the other side, now on the bottom, and there you go. Now let me show you how much grease is this. Let me make a close-up here. Okay, now there it is. There's not too much grease, just enough to cover the rails and the lead screw. Okay, and for the final part, for greasing, it's moving the machine a little bit to one of the sides and put a little more grease here where the machine stands before we put it, and there you go. You have the machine greased, cleaned, and ready to work. So the first time you're going to use it, move it all the way back and forth one time, so the grease disperse along all the lead screw and all the rails, the rollers. And that's it. You have the machine cleaned and greased. Okay, I hope this helps you. See you next video. Bye.